And News Nation's Robert Sherman is on the ground in the Middle East tonight and has more on where things stand in this war. Robert.
The eyes of the world are on the Middle East tonight as the dangers here still exist across the region, and Iran has placed much of the globe in an energy chokehold with the Strait of Hormuz still inaccessible. 10 Downing Street tonight confirming that British Prime Minister Keir Starmer spoke with President Trump, and the Strait of Hormuz was right atop the docket as much of the globe has a vested interest in getting those shipping lanes reopened. Because at this point, Iran continues to carry out attacks on any ships aligned with the United States or Israel that attempt to transit the Strait of Hormuz, and they say that will continue for the foreseeable future. President Trump has floated the idea of building an international coalition with allies in order to conduct naval escorts through the Strait of Hormuz. And while no world leaders have so far publicly come out and said that they're prepared to join at this juncture, the president putting the onus squarely on countries part of NATO, in particular, saying it will be remembered if they do not come aboard. More U.S. troops, meanwhile, are expected to reportedly deploy to the region, among them a Marine Expeditionary Unit, which would give the U.S. new capabilities in the region. That includes boots-on-the-ground raids in Iran. The Pentagon and the president tonight not marrying themselves to any strategic aims or if there would or would not be boots on the ground, but it would be an added capability the U.S. would have here in the region. For the time being, it's the U.S.'s position that Iran still poses too much of a threat militarily, which is why you heard the president today saying that one of their focuses is knocking out drone manufacturing sites, ballistic missile launchers as well, to remove as many of those threats from the region, which still exist at this hour across the Gulf states and here in Israel. Today, Iran targeted sites here in Israel using cluster munitions in order to rain down debris on the city of Tel Aviv, injuring at least 4 people, according to health authorities here. You have heard Israeli officials tonight pushing back on some reporting suggesting that they're running low on interceptor munitions, saying that that is not the case, and they have planned out the next 3 weeks of their campaign against Iran and are preparing to carry on longer if it should come to that. Natasha?
Robert Sherman in Tel Aviv tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.